enter before her. Behind me, I can sense arcade. If I turn around, I know my feelings will rise out of control. But still, my mind is almost surprisingly calm. I don't quite understand it myself. But perhaps it is the contradicting impulse of being insane, yet sane, that loving someone brings. Arcade. I try to turn around. Before I finish, I feel her hand lightly rest on my back. Well, this can go two ways. Either he gets bitten and spends the rest of his days with her, or it's going the way I think it is, since this isn't ever gay after all. Don't turn around. Wait just like this for a while. Her voice is exceedingly calm. The hand on my back doesn't move, as if making sure of something. Hey, Shiki, do you remember when I first waited for you? Yeah, I remember. The one I killed was waiting with a smiling face. How could I forget? Yeah, back then, I really hated you. Despite her words, her voice is very gentle. Agreed. I knew I wouldn't be able to suppress my vampiric impulses by myself any longer, and I knew this probably would be my chance. And I pursued Roa. I thought I finally found him. But then someone I didn't even know killed me and ruined everything. Back then, all I could feel was hatred. I found the one who killed me and waited at his road for such a long time. I was thinking for you to hurry up. Hurry up and come here. Once I saw you, would make you suffer the same fate. I really did hate you. I hated you so much I thought my chest would burst with hatred as I waited. The pressure on my back increases. But no one has ever killed me like that before. I was a bit curious about what kind of person you were too. And I never thought so strongly about someone before. In the beginning, it was just hatred. But it started to slip when I wondered what kind of human you were. Soon, I wanted to meet you to find out about you. The one who killed me like that. And for the first time, I almost lost track of myself. And I kept wondering, Chiki, what you said before about how being by yourself is lonely. I thought it wasn't true. But when I waited for you, the one I madly thought about, I felt happy. I wanted to meet you right away. But it turned out great that I held on and waited for you. It was really fun. I was so excited, I kept imagining what kind of person you were. She pulls her hand from my back. Hi. Thinking back, I started to feel the need for someone else from that time, and I felt unsatisfied with just being by myself. You said you liked me, but I think I fell in love with you before we even met. Her voice is just so lovely. There's no need for hesitation. Turning around, I embrace her. Our lips come together naturally. I don't know who started it, maybe we both did. We just did it gently, We kissed to feel each other's presence just a bit closer, holding my breath and taking everything about the way she feels. Her soft lips, skin that would never touch anything, is touching me right now. Just thinking about it makes my head spin, yet touching her is so warm and relaxing. Her body is trembling slightly, politely I should say, but she doesn't seem to be scared at all. Her closed eyes, the shade of red on her cheeks, so adorable. I really can't believe it. This Arcade is the one I love so much. I couldn't even imagine that just doing this would make me feel more love towards her. We pull back, still holding each other. We look at each other in embarrassment. That was a kiss, wasn't it? He says this with a deep blush, her red eyes looking up at me imploringly, her golden hair waving before my eyes. Marguerite, you don't like this kind of thing? That's not it. My heart's beating fast right now. Thump. Suddenly, her heart is beating loudly. Or is it my heartbeat? She looks straight into my eyes. But this is troubling. I'm wondering if this is really okay. Is what okay? Because there aren't any vampires that kiss. Blushing, she smiles embarrassedly. That gesture was checkmate. Taking off my glasses, I embrace her once more. We lie in the dark, silent room. I'm spent. I look down at her as I breathe heavily. She's breathing peacefully as she sleeps. So interestingly, if I'm correct, this just faded to black and I didn't see anything. Which, to be honest, I'm fine with, if that's the case. Since especially Fate's age scenes are just so cringy to read. The way it fades to black here, it makes the whole thing rather sweet than cringy, so I'm actually rather happy it happened this way. I start to feel a little embarrassed thinking back on it. Feel no regrets over having sex with her. Well, maybe just a little. I wanted to be a bit calmer, so that I would have enjoyed more of the sensation of her skin and the look of her embarrassed expressions. I guess I still can't. I'm doing my best on keeping up with her. Actually, I'm not sure a day will come where I can be calm about Arquid's body. Even today, I don't remember much about what I did. All I can remember is how good it all felt. If tiredness is any indication of how good it was, I'm so exhausted I can't even walk now. Stifling a yawn, I look down at her sleeping face. I really do love her. I answered my selfish love. Might be might be a different form than the love I'm feeling. Arquid needs me too. Just that. Just that makes me extremely happy. Not the fact that I'm needed, but for her, who until now was always alone, for her to need someone else makes me happy. And you know, with this, not alone anymore, Arcade. Everything starts to sway a little. Seems I'm getting sleepy too. laying down on my bed next to her. I take a deep breath. Like that, I sink into a deep sleep. In the midst of a deep sleep, I have a dream where Agrid wakes up before me and is doing something terrible. Agrid is rustling about by herself. What are you doing? I ask. Oh, you're awake, Shiki? But not really. I'm more asleep than awake. Thanks to you, my body isn't quite doing what I tell it to. So what if Arquid can't hold back her impulses anymore, and because Shiki is bent, he can't push her back anymore? See, I'm flattered, but it's a bit embarrassing. Arquid smells like a little girl. I think it's strange for me to know how she looks like when I have my eyes closed, but since she looked so happy, I decide to ignore such a trivial thing. Hey, Shiki, what is it? You must be tired too, so you should sleep until night time. What if I became a true vampire? What would you do, Shiki? Such a strange question. But that wouldn't ever happen, because you're afraid of drinking blood, right? I really have the feeling that she already did so. That's why it's a what if question. It's only natural to steal other lives to preserve your own in nature, right? So, it's just a story of what if I became like that? Cut it out. That would never happen. And I don't like talking about what ifs. Didn't I say that before? Really? I like what ifs. Not knowing how things will turn out, yet still having hope at least for that moment. That's right, you said something like that before too, Arcade. Yeah, so I was wondering what I would have done. You were a horrible person. Arcade, I love you, Shiki. You let me feel this way and enabled me to tell you like this. You were really kind to me. Why? Why is Arcade crying? Well, Shiki, I'll be leaving before you wake up. I won't be able to say goodbye directly, so forgive me for doing it this way. Sound of a door shutting. Still sleeping. I hear it close. No, wait, that was a dream. I wake up. White sunlight streams in through the curtains. Looking at the clock. I just turned noon. Crap. School. No, Shiki, the proper thought would be crap, what about Arcade? What happened? We get up. But come to think of it, it's Sunday today. There's no need to go to school. If there's anything I should worry about, it's the fact that I stayed over at Arcade's place without coming home. Come to think of it, I think I saw a weird dream. I dreamed where I was talking to Arcade and she kissed me at the end. I'm really out of it. For me to see such a happy dream when Arcade is sleeping next to me might be proof I'm really happy right now though. You think so, Ark? I turned on the bed and my voice cuts off there. Arcade? I look at the bed in shock. There's no one there. Hagrid isn't around anywhere. I'll be going now. My dream. Hagrid said that. Hey, wait. I look around the room. Of course she isn't anywhere. The only thing I find is a single piece of paper on the table. I'll be setting down my tea before I read any further. I also have a feeling where this is going and I don't like it. I feel that Hagrid obviously can't hold back her impulses, so she might do something about her existence herself to protect other people, to protect Shiki's impression of her. Like she would rather die than become a true vampire that kills other people to preserve itself. But I don't know if it's some kind of a joke or if it's in another language. But the paper only has the word bye written on it. Why? I don't want to believe it. More than that, I can understand what Agri did. Why? You gotta be kidding me. Why, it's just too simple. We even promised. We promised to be together. I told her I would help her until the very end. Why? Why did she go off by herself again? I argued. I scream as loud as I can and crumble the piece of paper. After that, I fly out of the room and look all over like I've gone mad. Can't find Agrid. I know. I already know that she won't ever appear before me again. But I still can't give up. I'll go crazy like this. I'll go crazy unless I find her and yell at her for how much of an idiot she's been. But I still can't find her. I'll never see her again. Something desperately ends. She'll settle things with Roa and disappear by herself. No, I think she's already finished and left the city already. I stopped thinking before I got crazy. I heard the voices of Gadas in the back of my ear. The discarded shells. Cicadas. Body becomes light with nothing inside it, and I cannot think anymore. But this is what it means to be truly empty. Not even tears come forth. Still an empty shell, my legs move. I guess it's just like an animal's instinctual sense to go home. And I guess if we find someone missing or dead at home, say Akia, then that proves Roa's incarnation identity, or vessel, or however you want to call it. Even though I have nothing left in me, I am walking towards my house. Chapter 11, Savage Night, 11th day, October 31st, Sunday. I wake up to the sound of Isu's voice. Since then, after returning to the mansion, I must have made my way to my room somehow and slept. Kiki-sama, I am not feeling well. No, I'm fine. Answering as I sit up in bed. I'm almost amazed at myself. I don't even feel like talking, but my body tries to start my day as always. I guess that's routine for you. breakfast. I'll be down soon. Yes, I will be waiting. Looking as if she still wants to say something. She leaves the room. I change my clothes and head to the sitting room. Again, Kohakura there. I guess if Roa truly has been dealt with, then we can rule Akia out. Morning. Or maybe if Shiki is Roa, then maybe that's what Arkwid actually implied when she was talking about hating Shiki at first. I mean, aside from Shiki obviously killing her, but I'm still a bit conflicted. I still think that Roa might be someone else, otherwise I might not be a true antagonist. And it fits much more with my theory that Shiki is some kind of made a weapon to fight those powerful oddities or vampires or whatever. Which coincidentally makes him very similar to Arkwright in that sense. Again, Kohakura there. Morning. With my usual greeting, I go to the dining room, make breakfast, and return to the sitting room. I sit on the sofa and stare at the clock. Nissan, um, you know, you have school today, right? Huh? Yeah, that's right. I guess I should go to school. I forgot. I didn't feel like doing anything, and I thought I would keep living like this empty shell. I do have my life as Tonishiki, but don't have anything to do. It won't hurt to go to school. Nissan? Maka looks at me uneasily. But wait a second, wasn't it Sunday? Is that 11th day, October 31st Sunday, or am I just confused? Or is he actually supposed to go to school on Sunday, even though he said that he never goes to school on Sunday? Speaking just a pain. Without saying anything, I go to school. Time passes by uneventfully. I emptily attend my lessons. The sound of the chalk. I mindlessly write down what's written on the board into my notes. I look out the window in the rear courtyard. Of course, there's no one there. What am I doing? Just calmly attending my lessons like this. Not searching for her. And just returning to my normal life. But there's no way for me to search for Akravit since she left on her own. There's probably no possibility of me finding her. That's why I've really lost Akravit. Snap. A sound comes from above my desk. It's nothing. I was just gripping my mechanical pencil so hard that I snapped another one. Classes end. In the commotion of the classroom, I still remain seated. Tono, can you come here for a moment? My math teacher speaks up from the podium. Yes, what is it? I respond and walk towards him. Tono, hasn't your recent behavior been a little wild? I've received information that you've been going out late at night. Does it ring a bell? Yes, these past few days I had things to do in town at night. I see. My math teacher, well, my homeroom teacher as well, looks a bit concerned and looks a bit or a little sorry. I know you're not the kind of student to goof off at night, but there have been concerns voiced by the faculty. It appears the head of the student council would like to speak with you. Because of that, please go to the student council room after school. Just consider yourself unlucky and bear with it. Saying goodbye, he leaves the classroom. After school, I saw by the student council room, but the teacher isn't there. And I remember, the teacher is also an advisor to the gymnastics team. He probably won't come until practice is over. I sit in my chair and wait faithfully. I bite my lip. I know this isn't the time to be doing this. I know, but there's nothing I can do. Outside the window, sunset paints the sky vermilion. I can hear the voices of club members practicing outside. Sing, I should say. And the students talking while going home. Within that, this classroom is the only quiet place. This makes me angry. Why am I here? I can't do anything. I'm angry at my powerlessness. However, I have no way to solve this myself, so in the end, all I can do is accept everything I'm told emptily. I feel like I'm going down a bad end again, even though I didn't have any choice whatsoever. What am I doing? There's no answer. I just sit in the empty classroom, listening to the sounds outside. Tick. The second hand of the clock sweeps by, telling me it's now 7 at night. So why is he being told to sit here and nobody is coming? No one comes by. The school closes at 6 and all the teachers leave at 6:30. So no one else remains on the school grounds. Guess I'm forgotten. I get up from my chair. After pondering matters so long, my head starts to clear a little. I was thinking all this time about what I should do, what I should prioritize. From here, I should. I think that this is a good time to end the video, but I also think that the choice is obvious. I won't go back to the mansion and accept it. I won't go to search for Aurora myself. Instead, that will just end up in death. I just want to look for Arquid, even though it might be useless, even if it is useless, even if Chiki doesn't find her, then at least he has the peace of mind that he tried to the best of his ability. There's nothing worse than regretting the fact that afterwards you could have done more. So I'm going to end the video here since it's a nice place to end, but we'll end up continuing from choice 1 onwards next time. So as always, thank you for watching, and until next time.